Nick Candy, what a move. Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides in at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Did even give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Started a game we never got to finish. Played for blood, remember?
I was just fooling about.
I wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the famed Iowa Speedway. the great D-shaped oval, 0.88 miles long, kind of reminiscent of the Richmond International Raceway with a little more banking and just the same amount of action. I am DJ Lion, joined alongside tonight the great Dustin Codwell, and downstairs in the production trailer will be Michael D'Amico. We are here at Iowa Speedway in the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top-Notch Truck Series for another great race. Every week we seem to put on a show here with different action and different winners happening. Last week at Bristol, try to forget that just a little bit. Lots of action under yellow, not a lot under green, but that's going to be different here tonight watching practice. Seeing a lot of give and take here as Damon Gilbert and Logan Clampitt, two of the fastest drivers here tonight, paced the practice field, and qualifying has just got underway. Tonight, we want to thank Dan's Heating and Cooling, Dan's Top-Notch Heating and Cooling out of the Washington State area. If you need any heating or cooling, HVAC, mechanical work done out there, look up Dan's Top-Notch Heating and Cooling on the internet, on Facebook, and thanks to Danny Rudy for sponsoring tonight's race. Also, by Apache Graphics and Race Designs. Can't thank them enough for everything they have done for us. All the graphics you see here tonight, as far as the IRTVO replay system and any of the embedded graphics here on the broadcast, were done by them. So again, thank you for Apache Graphics and Race Designs. You can find them on Facebook, on the internet, and on iRacing. Also by Over the Top Designs and Paints, John Hendrick. They used to be the paint shop, but now they changed it up a little bit. Over the Top Designs and Paints. Find them on Facebook, on the iRacing forums, and on the internet as well. And a lot of trucks designed out here by Mr. John Hendrick himself, and we appreciate him and everybody else that's joining us on Twitch TV tonight. And if you want to chat with us, you can always click the right-hand side button over there and enter a username and password and have a little text chat with us tonight while we're doing the live broadcast here. So, Dustin, I talked to a lot of drivers tonight. They said they could go 20 to 25 laps on fuel. This is 30% fuel. Pending we go green all the way, I mean, we're looking at 3 to 4 pit stops minimum. And if we have a bunch of yellows, obviously it's going to be more. So how do you think it's going to shape up tonight? Is track position going to be the premium, or is it going to be new tires?
Well, definitely, DJ, when you get into these short track racings, as we've seen, I mean, track position always plays a critical role, and 85 laps will definitely have some drama played out here tonight in Iowa. And I think looking at the track conditions, 69, 70 degrees definitely spells disaster for some of these corners. These guys might get a little bit slick as the track tends to heat up. So I think we're going to see some excellent race action here tonight, and want to see how this will play out as we get further on. And once the pitting actually starts happening, I think we'll see some good action going on.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we can see right now, it looks like Logan Clampitt is off his game a little bit. A couple, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, he was winning everything left and right, and he actually turned a lap about a tenth slower from his practice time. Well, practice leader Damon Gilbert, he actually went faster in his qualifying time. Damon Gilbert currently sitting on the pole with a 23.121, 0.2 of a second faster than anybody else. I think Logan has some competition here tonight in the form of Damon Gilbert.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about short track racing. I mean, obviously you want to get the pole, you want to get up in the top 3 slots to get out and get ahead of the potential first caution action that's going to come out. But I believe that, don't count out Logan Clampitt. He's been known to get up in front of that pack, but watching him and David Gilbert go at it tonight, it'll definitely be interesting. But always, as always, that number 2 position, that 25 truck, Teddy Wazinski, he'll definitely be a force to be reckoned with tonight.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of drivers slowed down from their practice time to the qualifying time, well, except Christopher Mattis, who picked up about 0.2 and was sitting 16th on the board in practice, now sitting up in 4th, waiting on a few more drivers to qualify, Matt Clifton, Michael Cozy Jr., until this gets wrapped up. They got about 45 seconds left. The only person that really picked up besides Christopher was Damon. Everyone else kind of fell off. Garrett Smithley, who always runs up near the front in that number 43 truck, he's back in 12th currently right now out of the 23.687. So a lot of drivers off their game in qualifying. It's going to come down to pit strategy and racing toward the front, I think.
Yeah, and definitely, and as we just see as the final qualifying's coming in, it looks like Matt Clifton definitely picked up some time there. And a guy you want to watch too, as we're looking at this, is that 0-2 of Mitchell Reeves. That guy can move through the track. I've seen it in the late model series of the announcers that I've called before, and I'm telling you, he's a guy you want to keep your eye on as well.
Oh, and Mitchell Reeves, besides racing, he's also doing the race control and monitoring the race and administrating it. So he's got a lot on his plate, and for him to be up in the points and winning a couple of races this year, you know, he's got a lot on his plate. I'm just saying that's big time right there when you can administrate a race and you can run up front and be in the points lead. So, we talk good about these drivers. They're all good. We're all pro, baby. That's what we are, all pro racing. We're here in the Top Notch Truck Series. These drivers now getting lined up on the starting grid. We're going to go ahead and give you the starting lineup. I'm going to do a row. Dustin's going to do a row, and we're going to get them all right back to you. All 20 drivers that took time here tonight and a couple that didn't. So starting on the front row, none other than the great number 68, of Damon Gilbert and his outside. Matt Clifton, known for his short track racing, and guess what? He's starting second tonight. So Matt Clifton up there in position number 2.
And starting in that second row on the inside, you got the 25 car, lovely Pepsi paint job of Teddy Wazinski. On the outside of him, you'll have the 44 of that beautiful AMP Energy paint job of Logan Clampett. Definitely a good second row to watch.
Yeah, row 3 is not too shabby either. The 27 of Christopher Mattis, the biggest picker-upper, if that's actually a word. Well, it is now because we said it here on the All Pro Broadcasting Network. 16th in practice, 5th in qualifying, in his outside in position number 6 is going to be the number 15 of Marcus Potts. He comes in with a 23.442.
Then we have the 28 car of Chris E. Pace. Looks like they're still making their way to the track, but on the outside of him, you'll have that Hawaiian Tropic Silverado of Nick Hunt, 00 running here tonight.
Starting on the inside of row number 5 will be the number 02. We were just talking about him. That sick-looking Southeast Motorsports, that lime green and black number 02 of Mitchell Reeves, and to his outside, the number 14 of Jeff Martin.
Then followed by them, on the inside, you have the truck number 66 of Max Hanley, lovely Shelby Silverado. To his outside, you have the TRO Toyota Tundra of Josh Gaiman, number 26.
Inside of row number 7, going to be the number 43, that SegPay Enlighten movie-sponsored machine of Garrett Smithley. And his outside, veteran of the series, the number 2 of Austin Jones, with that nationwide sponsored machine coming in with a 23.690.
And in row 8, you got the famous number 12 car of Mark Arthur in that lionroar.org car. Beautiful duck job on the front of that. On his outside, the infamous number car 22 of Ryan Eckstein, running the all-pro car, trying to earn some brownie points with that truck.
Yeah, and then always Matthew Quick in the number 89. He's going to roll off in the 17th position with a 23.816. And I say it every week, you can't miss it. The Angry Cat Pokemon bag of Skittles exploded all over that Chevy Silverado. Definitely can't miss it on the track. The number 89 of Matthew Quick and his outside series veteran, the 54 of Nick Reynolds.
And backing the pack here, we have the 23 of Donald King and another beautiful all-pro paint job truck. And on his outside, the wonderful triple-digit number of Dodd Hoskins, 345, and that wicked lime green truck.
And a couple drivers that took time in practice and elected to start in the back here tonight will be Michael Cozy Jr., Dustin Lee, Ed Williams Jr., and Danny Rudy. Those guys are going to push the field here tonight. So 24 trucks on the track here, and we are getting ready to get underway. The 68 truck of Damon Gilbert going to lead them down the back straightaway, side by side, with Logan Clampett on his outside. Or, excuse me, Matt Clifton. Got a little excited there. Logan Clampett with a new paint job tonight. The first time. He's not in that Diet Mountain Dew truck. He's actually in that pinkish purple AMP truck. You're going to have to get a close-up on that. It looks amazing. But here we go. Down into turn number 4, about ready to go green here. 85 laps makes up the distance. We only got 30% fuel. We can go 20 to 25 laps. Pace car is in. And we're waiting on the flagmen. We're doubled up, and green flag is out. We're racing down into turn number 1. Damon Gilbert and Matt Clifton battling for the lead.
And one thing I want to point out here tonight, DJ, you want to definitely keep your eye between Teddy Wazinski and Damon Gilbert. I watch these two battle it out on the super speedway.
There's a 25 around, and Teddy Wazinski just talking about him, and looked like a 3-wide move coming off of turn number 2. And he got clipped in the right rear and doesn't look like he hit anything. Looks like he came up and Logan Clampett was there and a great save by the 25 of Teddy Wisniewski. We're going to get that IR TVO replay up and running for you guys to show you exactly what happened. That's probably the All-Pro Racing good save of the race right there as Teddy Wisniewski went around. And I tell you what, Dustin, that was a heck of a save he made.
Yeah, and as you look at this replay here, it looks like he's going to go up into Matt Clifton, and that's going to get him a little bit loose, and it's going to cause him to spin out. So good save again. You pointed out correctly. I mean, excellent save by Teddy Wisniewski to keep that truck from hitting the wall.
Yeah, it looks like Clifton got up into the wall just a little bit and, maybe spooked Logan, and Logan went down to the inside, and I don't think Teddy knew that they were 3 wide, and he just came up the track thinking they were 2 wide and made some contact right there, but no damage to him, no damage to anybody else, and we're gonna be back underway here shortly, but that number 25 Pepsi truck made out okay. So and now Gilbert's all talking in chat here about black flag in the 44. These guys like to mess around with each other. It's all in good fun. Everyone likes to have fun.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to point out before we went into this first caution is I got the privilege of watching Damon Gilbert and Teddy Wisniewski racing in Talladega, and I'm going to tell you, there's a little bit of a feud between these two, so if Teddy's able to make his way back up to the front, watch him and Damon Gilbert put on a good show, because these two definitely have been side by side before, and it hasn't ended pretty both times, so hopefully Teddy can recover this, get through some of the pack and get back up there, but Damon Gilbert's going to be sitting comfortably with this lead now that one of his foes is sitting further back.
Yeah, everyone's got their little rivalries that they like to have. I mean, I have my rivalries, with you, Dustin. I mean, we're going to settle this later with a dodgeball tournament, up here in the booth after the race is over. So it doesn't matter. It's all good and fun, and everyone's fine. It's okay. Now the 44, or excuse me, the 25 has just got to go to the back, got to come up to the front. Just more exciting. It's for the fans, man. It's for the fans. Come on.
And I hope he does make it and utilizes the dodgeball, the 5 Ds of dodgeball, but only to dodge through these trucks and get back up to the front. I want to see Teddy Wisniewski and Damon Gilbert up at the front and putting it on a good show for the fans.
Absolutely. And hey, we want to remind you, so the fans, we're talking about you. Want to let you know that next week, the 50-50 All-Star Race is happening at Darlington Speedway in the Cup Cars next Sunday night right here on the All-Pro Broadcasting Network. I'll be here, Dustin will be here, Michael will be here, and all the top-notch drivers, well, not all the drivers from the top-notch series, but hey, we're using top-notch in 2 different ways here tonight. Any driver that's won a race and followed all the rules and done everything that they need to do to get into this All-Star race, they will be here on Sunday night for a big payout at Darlington. Nonetheless, Darlington, the lady in black, baby. I cannot wait for that. That'll be this Sunday night, live on the All-Pro Broadcasting Network. And then, of course, we'll be right back here bringing you the Dan's Heating Cooling Top-Notch Truck Series next week as we run down the road. We're getting down the road. We're halfway, and we're pushing for Homestead. We're pushing for that championship. And is it going to be Logan Clampett? Is Garrett Smithley going to be able to come around? What about Mitchell Reeves? No one really knows right now because it's really, really, really tight. I don't know. Dustin, we usually, when I'm up here broadcasting by myself, I usually pick who I think is going to win, and usually they get jinxed, right? And so I usually wait till the very end, and then I pick someone, and then they end up getting jinxed, get wrecked, do something, whatever. So we're going to do this real early right now. So let's do some booth picks right now. You do your best, Darrell Waltrip. I'll do my best, Larry McReynolds, and we'll pick who we think is going to win. So why don't you go first? Explain why you think it's going to happen.
Well, I got to go with that 44 Logan Clampett. I mean, you touched on earlier, he's an excellent driver, knows how to get his way to the front, and I think he's going to be a guy to watch out for tonight. But Mitchell Reeves, that 27 truck, I can't rule him out. I mean, beautiful paint job on that truck. You just got to root for the guy. The guy's got a lot going on. He's able to keep it together. And probably for my third, if Matt Clifton doesn't spin out tonight, I've seen this guy race, and time and time again he gets kind of loose. So if he's able to hold it together, those are my top 3, I think, that are contending for the win.
Well, no, that's cheating. I don't know how you get to pick 3 times, but I'm only going to pick once, and mine's going to be the winner. And it's going to be the number 68 of Damon Gilbert. I mean, no one has been able to touch this guy in practice, in qualifying. He's in the lead right now. So I picked Damon Gilbert to win the race tonight, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But let's stop with the talking and let's get to some racing here as we're working through turns 3 and 4 in the pace car, making that hard left-hand turn. It's like an original restart here, minus the 25 of Teddy Wisniewski. Green flag is out. We're back racing. Clifton and Gilbert side by side in turn number 1.
Wow, and look at him going the inside of that corner there. And Logan Clampett already showing you what he's made of.
Well, Clampett now pushing up down. He's going to go back to the outside, still side by side. Clifton, no, and it looked like Gilbert pushed up a little bit into Clifton to try to move him out of the way, and Gilbert gets the run off of the corner, and he's going to take the lead now, relegating Clifton to second, Clampett into third as Damon Gilbert is starting to pull away.
And as you see here, once they get their comfortable lead, they're getting back into that single file action. So we do have some double truck action going into these corners and trying to make the moves, but you know, Damon Gilbert's able to hold off the people onto the inside with that high groove. It looks like it's working for him right now.
Well, and you see two distinct grooves right now. If we look back, battle for 6th place. Chris Pence, he's going to go down to the inside. Christopher Mattis there as well. And the 0-2 of Mitchell Reeves, they're side by side in that outside lane, especially in turns 1 and 2, is the way to go as Reeves makes the move on the outside, and Chris Pence, he's stuck down to the inside. Here comes Max Handley on the outside. Garrett Smithley back there as well, and the inside lane is falling back as Smithley, he's going to lose 3 positions and into the 14th spot. The outside groove is where it's at right now.
And keep your eye on Marcus Potts. I mean, he's, as I mentioned his name, of course, he's going to do the announcer jinx thing here, but on those straightaways, he is gaining some ground, but he looks like he's having a little bit tough time in that low groove on the corners, so he is falling back a couple positions as I announce his name, so I apologize to him on that.
Yeah, Garrett Smithley now, he's back up to the outside, the 14 underneath him, Jeff T. Martin, and Smithley's already got some left side damage. Looks like Martin ran in there just a little too hard, got up, side scraped him just a little bit, but he's got that Enlightened truck rocking and rolling, probably got a couple Enlightened focus strips in right now to get back up through this field, and as we said earlier, 2 distinct grooves right here, inside and outside, so it doesn't really matter where you are, you can run all around the track. Still nothing going on different up front. Damon Gilbert pulling away from Matt Clifton and Logan Clampett. Mitchell Reeves back up into 4th. Christopher Madison 5th. The biggest action on the track right now is for 6th and 7th between Max Handley and Marcus Potts.
Yeah, Marcus Potts, as I mentioned, he's making them straightaways happen, and that's definitely holding off the contention there. But when you get into the turns, as you can see, that lower groove's picking up. So I think, yeah, he is moving now into that lower groove. So he's going to try to make that work for him, and hopefully he's going to get by Mitchell Reeves here and make his move towards the front of the pack.
Yeah, as we're talking about him, Potts going to go down to the inside and try to take that spot over Madison. Oh, slides up into him, turns Mattis sideways, and Mattis saves it, but then gets hit again as the drivers behind him didn't check up, and then he gets hit again. Arga brakes galore going on here at Iowa Speedway. Christopher Mattis got hit about 4 times. And the 4th time was what brought out the yellow flag, so heavy damage for the number 27 of Christopher Mattis.
And you can just see him, I mean, getting hit repeatedly getting hit, and he just spins tick-tock, like I say, like a clock. This truck has spun out, and hopefully not too much damage to him here this early on in the race.
We're gonna roll the replay and show you exactly what happened. He just got clipped a little bit in the left rear and shot him around, and he saved it. Got hit again. Can't really blame the guy that hit him the second time because he was right behind him. But then as you watch, he comes to a stop. Well, he gets hit a little bit in the left front or the right front, and he comes to the stop on the front stretch, and he stopped, and he just gets smoked right there.
Wow, so, and yeah, Teddy Wisniewski, DJ, right there. I mean,
yeah.
Wow. Fortunately, I hope that's not too much damage for him. He went out early on to the back of the pack and was making his way through, and hopefully it looks like he went up into the wall and down into the grass. So
he's taking his truck behind the wall now. Teddy Wisniewski listed out of this race. Some tough luck for him. Also, Mark Arthur in that line or not org Chevy Silverado is smoking real bad right now coming down pit road. Everyone's hitting pit lane as well. We're going to keep an eye on the leaders here as they hit pit lane. Who's going to come off first and who's getting 4 or 2 tires. Everyone down there. You got Clifton, Gilbert, Clampett, everyone with 4 tires so far going around, and no changes whatsoever on the 68 truck. He is down and away. He's going to win the race off of pit road. And looks like Clampitt's going to come out in second spot, so he picked up a spot right there. So, well, we got this time. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and get in our word from our sponsors. This is caution number 2 on lap number 16, the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series, live from Iowa Speedway. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
I was just fooling about.
I wasn't.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. We're still here up in the booth eating donuts, drinking some Diet Pepsi. I know it has bad stuff in it, but you know what? It's just so good. When we were doing that, we had some pit stops for everybody but one driver. And that driver, as you see on the screen right now, the number 51 of Dustin Lee. And that over the hill, or no, Olive Hill welding. Oh my God, I just said over the hill. Oh man, hope no one's listening to that. Olive Hill welding, if you're listening, we apologize, okay? I blame Dustin for that, but, you know, it's all good.
I'll take blame.
Yeah, I mean, come on. So, but he stayed out. I mean, do you think that's a smart move? I mean, 17 laps on tires. I mean, we've had a couple yellows, but I don't know.
Well, you know, I think staying out could play out for him. Get a little bit of variant on the pit stop. So yeah, staying out is going to be a good thing.
Well, it depends. I mean, if he can get a caution, not too quick, but not too long. If he can get a caution after like 10 laps where everyone pits and he only fell back to 5th, then yes, that would be a good call. But if we go green all the way, I don't know. And it looks like he's gonna, or wait, okay, you know what? We just totally blew that call right there because we were like, oh, he stayed out, he's gonna be the leader. He was the wave around car. I can't believe it. Okay, so that's our mulligan for the night. So Dustin Lee, you got some TV time, but you are the wave around truck, and we're gonna go back to the real leader, the 68 of Damon Gilbert. Okay, Dustin, take it, please.
Damon Gilbert's going to be the guy you're going to watch here. I mean, he's shown tonight some finesse in these corners. So I think he's going to do it. Your pick. He's your guy.
Well, yeah, you know, we take that with a grain of salt because every time I pick someone, they end up wrecking. So hopefully Damon's going to be able to fix that here tonight. So we're going to be back underway here in just a quick second. Lap number 19 coming to lap number 20. Pace car is in. Here we go. Hopefully for another big green flag run. Green flag's out. We're back underway. Gilbert, Clampitt, Reeves up there. Matt Clifton back in the spot as far as back he's been all night. Can Logan Clampitt make that outside lane move? He's trying. He's pushing hard on the outside. But Gilbert comes up just a little bit, pushing up to the wall. Here goes Clifton down to the inside. 3 wide in turn number 3. Who's going to make it stick? Who's going to give the room? And they're still 3 wide. Unbelievable racing at the front. Logan Clampitt on the outside. They're still 3 wide again. And that outside lane is going to have the momentum, but they were 3 wide for about 3/4 of a lap right there as Clifton tries to take the lead out of 2.
Oh, Matt Clifton, I tell you, never ceases to impress. Making it 3 wide going into that corner. Definitely want to keep your eye on him.
Oh, absolutely. There's still a side-by-side battle for the lead. Gilbert trying to squeeze up against Clampitt. Clampitt making the outside lane move right now, and he's going to take the lead first time tonight. New leader, lap number 22, the AMP energy machine of Logan Clampitt to the front, and now side-by-side battle for second. Clifton on the inside. Here comes Reeves on the outside. That's for third now as Gilbert up on the back bumper of Clampitt trying to push him out of the way. Now down to the inside. Side-by-side battle for the lead again as a hit turn 1.
And as you can see, iRacing underwent a new draft package, and is showing here tonight. The guys who are sticking together, using that draft to their advantage. Matt Clifton going low is unable to hold his position due to that draft.
Unbelievable racing, door to door, bumper to bumper. Turn 3 again here at Iowa Speedway. They're inches apart, no, centimeters apart out of turn 4. And Logan Clampett still with the lead, even though Gilbert has a faster truck. That outside lane is making it happen, and he's able to hold off Gilbert. But don't look now, right on the back bumper, bump drafting down into turn number 3.
That's what's going to make it. You want to get together, get up, whether you're a teammate or not, to get a separation from the rest of the pack. And you're seeing it here with Logan Clampett.
Yeah, Clampitt's still in the lead now. Reed's back in third, Gilbert in second, and Clifton fell back to about 5th or 6th now, running on that inside line. But I tell you, the best battle is up at the front. We can't get away from this battle as Clampett and Gilbert putting on a clinic here on how to get around Iowa Speedway. Last lap time, 23.737, so still running competitive laps, and now 23.646. Running barely off of their qualifying time. These guys are on a rail right now, and if Gilbert can get up, he almost gets the outside wall right there. If he can get up onto the outside of Clampett, he's going to be able to take that spot, but Logan is running exactly where he needs to be, and the yellow flag is out.
Got a caution.
Oh, wow, looks like Austin Jones. It looks like the two of Austin Jones got around there, Dustin. Some hard racing maybe with the 54.
Yeah, taking a look at it. Oh, yeah, there was some action of the number 2 boxing somebody into the wall. I believe that was the 23 car. Donald King.
Yeah, and you're watching it now live on the IRTVO replay, and it looks like he kind of got hit just a little bit on the left side and shot up into the outside and went for a wild ride right there. Austin Jones, that Nationwide sponsored number 2 with the red, white, and blue stripes on that truck. It's a beautiful truck, but as of right now, it's a wreck truck, and he's going to take it down to pit road to get everything fixed and get everything back out underway. As you see more and different angles from the replay happening right now, as all the leaders are back down on pit road. We're going to see possibly some 2-tire stops, maybe not, as everyone works their way down to pit road. Logan Clampett, Damon Gilbert, everyone else, Clifton there as well. We're going to watch Logan Clampett in that AMP Energy Nationwide Kelly Blue Book number 44. He's going to take 4 tires, get that little bit of damage fixed on his left side, and down and away. We're going to see if he wins the race off of pit road. He does easily. And a driver behind them that picked up a lot of spots is going to be that number 15 of Marcus Potts. Looks like Marcus did take 2 tires as he was running in the 11th spot that last time, and the 69 truck of Matt Coker running in 3rd, so he took 4, but it looks like gamble for Marcus Potts, so we'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, 4 fresh tires is always a good thing early on in the race. It's going to give you more longevity. So Logan Clampett's crew making the smart choice and going with 4. It'll be interesting to see how the 2-tire move works out here and maintaining that grip.
Now, we have some drivers that did not pit, and I have verified this time that they are not going to be the wave round trucks, okay, because they're listed in positions 1 and 2. That is Matthew Quick and Dode Hoskins, positions 1 and 2, right in front of Logan Clampett. They did not pit, so we're going to see how this works out. Maybe they just wanted to lead a lap, I don't know. So we're going to kind of hold our tongue before we get into any trouble. With what we did last time, that was funny, and everyone had a good laugh at that out there in Peep Tropolis. So while we're waiting, let's grab Logan Clampett and have a little chat with him and see exactly what his plans are for this race. Hey, Logan Clampett, DJ Light up in the booth, man. Always a pleasure to talk to you. How is that racing going out there, man? It's really, really close, and looks like that outside groove is really working.
Yeah, it's very, very close racing. Having a ton of fun, keeping it clean. I like that too. I'm surprised Damon didn't get me there. And yeah, the outside is the best line out on the track.
Is it better than the middle line? Is it better than everything? Or is it just the real bottom, the inside is not good?
The inside is not really good. Maybe it'll be good if there's like a big checkup on the outside or something, and In 3 and 4, the outside works the best, but in 1 and 2, I don't really know because sometimes Damon gets a run on me and he's running the middle and I'm running the bottom, but I can't run the middle in 1 and 2 because it's too difficult for me. So I don't know.
What do you think about these 2 drivers in front of you here that did not pit?
Just hopefully they won't go too slow in 1 and 2 and I can get around them.
Well, you got that Matthew Quick 89 little angry cat looking back at you. We'll see how this works out. Hopefully they don't spin the tires and everything goes clean and green the rest of the way. Logan, always a pleasure to talk to you. Good luck the rest of the race.
Yep, thank you.
I was Logan Clampett. Dustin, that was one of your picks here tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna redact my previous statement with 3. I'll just hold on to Logan Clampett. Let's make it a little bit interesting. My guy's doing good right now. Your guy's doing good as well. I think we got a good rivalry. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Logan Clampett and that AMP Energy truck.
And as Michael so fondly put it. Man, I'm making up words left and right tonight. So as Michael so fondly put out in the chat there, Logan is taking all of our money, and he's he's got some money. Man, 10 years ago when you said you could make money and make a living off of sim racing, people would have laughed at you, and even last year they would have, but with iRacing doing their thing and everything, man, it's rough. But anyway, pace car is in. We're going to go green here. 2 drivers that did not pit up front, Dode Hoskins and Matthew Quick. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're underway, and Logan Clampett immediately jumps down to the inside, and he's going to make it 3 wide into turn at number 1. Dode is going to give him a little bit of room as they go 3 wide around the 345 truck. And Logan Clampett moving into that second spot. Here comes the driver of the 15, Marcus Potts. He took 2 tires on the outside. No, Clampett gets into him. And what a save. What an amazing save by Marcus Potts. And the yellow flag comes out. I think the officials were a little too quick there to throw the yellow flag, but what an amazing save by the 15.
Yeah, and give some credit to Matthew Quick. Didn't pit, and look at the lead he was having right away. Granted, we went into a yellow, but I mean, amazing. No pits, and he's getting that kind of groove from those tires. Hats off to him already.
And you're watching it. We're going to watch a replay again. Watch Logan just kind of gets into him just a little bit. He's dead sideways and dirt tracking it through the corner. Everyone, Matthew Quick and Coker behind him, and here comes Reeves. Everyone just kind of avoids him nice and easily. You see Reeves locking up and barely gets to the back of him. They go 4 wide around him, and no one has any damage. What an amazing show right there. So man, I can't even talk. That was so awesome. An awesome save by Marcus Potts. We're gonna have to put that on a highlight reel or something. But it looks like that Logan was running the middle line, and Marcus just wanted the middle line as well, and they made it together right there. And here we got some guys on pit road. None of the leaders are on pit road, but we're gonna see who we got down there. We got at the 28 of Chris E. Pence. He's down there as well. Max Hanley, Austin Jones, Mark Arthur, Donald King, Ed Williams Jr., Danny Rudy, the guys on pit road. So a couple guys running in the back. I like to come down on pit road. No harm, no foul. Get everything checked up. Get some new tires on there. Maybe they flat spotted them a little bit when they were, checking up for that spin. They're going to come out in the 17th spot, and we're going to get back underway shortly. So, caution number 4 is out at Iowa Speedway for the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series. The drivers have been on and off of pit road. We're going to go ahead and reset the field and take a quick break, pay some bills here, and show you who we got supporting us here. This is the All Pro Broadcasting Network live from Iowa Speedway. We'll be right back.
Nick Candy, what a move. Truex on the outside, contact made. 56 slides in at a 4. Who's going to be into the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Hey, we're back. We missed the start by just a little bit, but no harm, no foul. We're into turn number 2 for the first time, and Matthew Quick, he elected to start on the outside. And, oh, just as we say that, around goes the 15. Yellow flag is out again. Marcus Potts goes around and hard into the inside retaining wall. Yellow flag, number 5, flies tonight. We're going to go ahead and get a quick replay for you here. Looks like that maybe he got a little bit of help there from the 0-2 of Mitchell Reeves and went hard into the inside retaining wall. Oh, man, tough luck. We just got back under green, and another yellow coming out, Dustin.
That's some of the symptoms you see at a short track race. Everybody's eager after pacing for a few laps to get back green, and emotions set in. And once that green flag hits, they put the pedal to the metal, and we end up back at caution again.
Yeah, and you see the replay, 3 wide, 4 wide, everyone's going good, and it looks like Mitchell Reeves just comes up just a little bit, gets into the left rear, and around goes the 15, and then he gets hit and chucked a little bit there on the inside line, and then hard into the inside retaining wall. So tough break for him as Mitchell Reeves and Matthew Quick are now making their way down pit road. Check Logan Clampitt. He stays out, so Clampitt's going to retain the lead here as we got a couple of drivers down on pit road. We're showing you some more views here of the incident that just happened. So while we do that, I want to take a quick minute to thank our sponsors tonight. Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling, Danny Rudy. Always a pleasure to have him on board, and thanks for helping out with the sim racing and giving these drivers a little bit of cash to race for. Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series every Monday night here on the All Pro Broadcasting Network. Also by Apache Graphics and Race Designs. Check them out on Facebook and on iRacing. Apache Graphics and Race Designs. Thank you for all the help that you've given the All Pro Broadcasting Network and All Pro Racing throughout the year. Also by Over the Top Designs and Paint. John Hendrick. Used to be the paint shop, now Over the Top Designs and Paint. Find them on the iRacing forums and on Facebook and get your truck looking good. And we also want to mention PAD, PADD.org, People Against Distracted Driving. Stay alive, keep driving, don't text, don't talk, just stay alive and drive. Jam out to some music, but pay attention to that road. And as always, we like to support every race. PAD.org, PADD.org. Check them out, donate if you can, and read some stories on there as well. They're sad, but they're heartfelt, and we really need to get people paying attention to the road. So, anyway, those are the guys that make it all happen, that allows us to be here broadcasting the race, Dustin. And I tell you what, it's been exciting so far, but look who's moving up there. That 43 truck, Garrett Smithley, he always finds a way to sneak his way towards the front about the middle part of the race, and we'll see if he can close it out today.
Yeah, and he's definitely around your pick here, Damon Gilbert. Those two will be interesting to watch going around these corners. But, yeah, Garrett Smithley, excellent job digging on the pack tonight. But my guy, Logan Clampitt, I think I want to go with an Amp Energy right now. Looking at the beauty of that paint job on that truck gets me kind of thirsty for an Amp Energy. So I'm going to probably step away for a second here and get me one of those.
Well, I tell you, we've had 5 cautions, but we have 7 lead changes tonight, and we had a really long green flag run, so this can all be pretty exciting on how it plans out and goes. I remember we can go 20 to 25 laps on fuel, so this is definitely not the last pit stop, and the pit window's going to open around lap number 60 to 65. We're only on lap number 42 right now, and Coker talking a little bit of trash to Logan Clampitt right now, trying to get into his head a little bit. That's the thing, that you can do with the simulated racing here. You can throw up a little text chat or so every now and then under caution and try to get in someone's head and, talk at him a little bit and see what happens. But Logan Clampitt, a veteran from the iRacing circuit, probably not going to be phased too easily. So we're going to see how that goes. Looks like Logan is going to elect to choose the outside lane as we're going to double it up here. It's going to be Clampitt, Coker, Gilbert, and Smithley, your top 4. And you see the 43 of Garrett Smithley with a ton of damage on that truck. But it's not really affecting him, so we're going to see how that works out. Might be saving his reset for the end of the race just in case he needs it. And we'll see how that goes. But, Dustin, your pick is up there. My pick is up there. We know who Michael wants to win, and it doesn't. I know who Michael's pulling for that 345 truck because it's the number 345, and we don't ever see that, so Michael's picking that. And we also want to give a quick shout-out to, Michael's paint business, Michael Angelo's Painting, out of the Arizona area. If you need any houses or anything painted in Arizona, go ahead and look up Michael Angelo's Painting. Got to give a little love to our producer down in the booth right there. So, anyway, pace car is making that hard left-hand turn, and we're going to be back underway. Coker, Clampitt, Smithley, Gilbert. Here we go into turn number 1. Is there already 3 wide back there for that 5th spot, and it looks like Clifton making it work on the inside as we're side-by-side battle for the lead. Coker and Clampitt out of 2.
Yeah, and Coker taking that inside groove, and as we heard from Clampitt earlier, the inside groove's working on the first few turns, and he's elected to take the outside, so he's able to pull away and get the lead now.
Yeah, Clampitt able to pull away on that outside, but Coker not giving up. And it's good to see Matt running up front. We haven't seen that a lot this year. We know he's capable of doing that, but we haven't seen him running up front a lot, and there he is battling Logan Clampitt for that top spot. Gilbert back into 3rd. Smithley now up into the outside wall, and he makes contact with it, but just a little bit. I think that damage that he has is slowing him down just a little bit, just enough to not be able to battle up there. He's in the 6th spot right now, but that next pit stop, he'll be able to get it fixed up. And as always, we always have fun here chatting with our fans, and the yellow flag is out. We'll mention what I was going to say in a little bit. Caution. But the yellow flag is out, and what happened there, Dustin? So a couple of drivers get involved there?
It looks like Mark Arthur may have gotten a little loose and spun out.
So caution again. Mark Arthur spinning out here, and we're going to get a replay to show you exactly what happened. The 12 truck around, and that lionroar.org, man, that's a nice looking paint job, but it's pretty damaged. Is that Darkwing Duck on the side? Wow, that's bringing back memories from childhood cartoons right there.
Yeah, nice to see that on a truck these days. Makes you feel how old you really are.
I'm humming the tune now. I can't stop. But as you're watching the replay, he got a little sideways, overcorrected it. Jimmy Johnson did into the outside wall.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're going to be able to recover from that damage. We'll have to see what happens with the crew of Mark Arthur.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So he's back down on pit road. Mark Arthur there as well. Dustin Lee's on pit road. Nick Hunt. Garrett Smithley now down on pit road. He's got a new truck and back out on the way. Got that damage fixed. He's going to be back up to speed. That SegPay, HeroBox, and Light and Movie sponsor machine. I mean, just look at all the sponsors he's got on there. And that's just not a truck that he painted up. That is what was on Garrett's real truck. He ran the truck race at Atlanta, and they're trying to run Pocono, I hear. So he's looking for some sponsors for that. He's got a bunch of things in the works. So those are his real-life sponsors. So that's pretty cool to see Garrett Smithy out there. HeroBox. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know much about SegPay or Movie. I know a little bit about Enlighten. I've taken some of their strips before. They're really good. They're like energy strips you put in your mouth and they dissolve. They're really cool. But I know a lot about HeroBox, and you guys should check out HeroBox on the website. You can donate or send supplies, I guess, and they box it up and they ship them overseas to all of our active duty servicemen. So absolutely. I mean, I know HeroBox isn't a sponsor of our broadcast, but we got to mention that. If you can go to herobox.org and just check them out and donate a little bit for that. Anything that can help the troops is the way to go. And also, last week we were getting text messages all over from Garrett's dad, R.K. Smithley, the fire bomber pilot that works out on the West Coast putting out the wildfires, and everyone afterwards was asking me, is this the R.K. Smithley show, or is this the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series? But we got time. RK just texted me again. Hey, we gotta mention this along. They're watching Garrett. They watch Garrett every week. His mom and dad, RK and Bethany Smithley. They're also got Garrett's brother Curtis in from Orlando, Florida, and they're watching their son Garrett and brother Garrett run around here, the Iowa Speedway. They got to go up to Charlotte, North Carolina, where Garrett works at the Richard Petty Driving Experience, and have a nice Father's Day weekend up there and get to drive around some cars. Well, Garrett was instructing them. So always cool to hear about family times, and you can't put family enough. There needs to be more family in this world, Dustin, and I'm going to get on a big tangent here and start talking about how family is important and everything, which it is, but we need to get back to racing here, and look who's in the lead.
Yeah, it looks like that number 20 car, Matt Clifton, is now sticking out in the lead, and Jeff T. Martin, a 14 truck behind him. Definitely put some drama here, lap 50
and he's
of this 85-lap
fuel.
race.
Look at that. He's down the apron saving fuel already. 50 laps. They can't go all the way from here to the end, and he's trying to save it. Oh, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I would anticipate at least one more pit stop, depending upon if we have any more cautions.
Well, we're going to see. So let's give you a quick rundown of where your top 5. Well, we'll go the top 10 just because it's changed up so much. Matt Clifton, he qualified second and finally gets the lead a lap, and he's up in the front right now. Jeff Martin, Matthew Quick, Ryan Eckstein, and Mitchell Reeves, your top 5. Austin Jones, he's up in 6th after being involved in that earlier incident. Matt Coker in 7th. Garrett Smithley after getting that damage fixed on his truck. Brand new truck, and he's up in 8th. Logan Clampitt back in 9th. And my pick for tonight, Damon Gilbert in 10th. So a lot of fast drivers in the back with new tires, some fast drivers up front with old tires, and a couple other drivers mixed in between. This is going to get interesting as they head towards turn number 4.
And Matt Clifton's rocking that over-the-top paint job by Jed Hedrick. Just want to toss that out there. So as we watch him go in, just know that paint job's done by John Hedrick.
Well, always good to throw John out there, and it's not the paint shop anymore, just to remind you. It is the over-the-top paint. So got to get that right. John will get mad at you. Anyway, green flag's back out. We're back underway. Clifton, Jeff T. Martin out front, and Clifton going to take the lead on the outside, and here comes Quick. Matthew Quick in that number 89 car, that multicolored Angry Cat car on the outside, and he's going to take second as Martin's going to fall back into third. Garrett Smithley out of nowhere. Here he comes with Clampitt back there as well. Smithley on the back of Austin Jones pushing the 2 truck as Jones goes down to the inside. Smithley's going to take the outside. Ryan Eckstein there as well. Here comes Damon Gilbert. Now they're 4 wide in turn number 2. Now 3 wide, and they managed to keep it straight through there. What an amazing piece of driving by all these drivers. And the biggest mover so far is Garrett Smithley in that 43 truck as he works his way up there. Now almost makes contact with Austin Jones. Jones falling to the back. And here comes Damon Gilbert again. So Smithley and Gilbert on a rail right now as they're up in 4th and 5th.
Yeah, and their split times are right there with one another, and definitely putting out some good racing action. So we'll see how Damon Gilbert responds if he's going to overtake Smithy.
Well, I don't know if they're going to have a lot of time because there's some driver. They're 3 and 4 wide behind him, and Gilbert now. Oh, Smithley trying to get around the slower truck of Jeff Martin, but Martin able to hold it on the outside, and Gilbert took advantage of that, and he went to the outside as well. So now he's got position on Smithley, and now 3 wide. They're 3 wide. Gilbert to the inside, and now here comes Reeves to the outside, and Gilbert's now in the same position that Smithley was, and they make contact. Gilbert and Martin make contact and up into the outside wall, but still going strong. And Martin holding these drivers up like crazy, but that's what he's got to do. He's in position to take advantage when the next caution comes out, and he's got to hold his position, and he's doing just that. And look at that, here comes the yellow. Looks like the 17 and the 12 getting together. That is Danny, Rudy, and Mark Arthur. So some tough break for those drivers. We were just talking about that Darkwing Duck sponsored machine, and it's damaged once again. So I'm going to pull up the IRTVO replay and show you exactly what happened. What happened there, Dustin?
Yeah, looking at it, see, it looks like Mark Arthur got a little bit loose. Maybe a result of some of the damage earlier on in the race kind of caused him to get into it with Danny.
Yeah, so you're seeing a bunch of different angles right there. So after all of that amazing racing at the front, all these drivers now are coming down pit road. So let's see how pit stops work out here. Lap number, well, we're going to be taking over to lap number 58. So only about 28 laps left, 27 laps left. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty, and the fuel window is open. It is going to be so close to see exactly how many of these drivers can make it the rest of the way. If we go green the rest of the way, all these leaders are going to have to be saving. So
yeah, it's gonna make some interesting drama, DJ. I mean, you know, seeing these guys pit, like Matt Clifton now in there in the pit road, and you know, you get around that 25 lap mark, that's usually your pit window, and looks like he went with fuel there.
Yeah, Clifton's going to win the race off of pit road. Martin's going to be right behind him. Dustin Lee, Mitchell Reeves, Ryan Eckstein, Michael Cozy, Joshua Gaiman, Nick Reynolds, Max Hanley. A couple drivers electing not to pit right now, and we're gonna hold our tongue just a little bit until this whole field sorts around, because we don't want to make the mistake like we did before. So once everyone goes back around the next time, we're gonna get you the new running order here and show you exactly where everyone is. So while we work that out, we're going to take a quick break, working lap number 59 here. We're on the home stretch, Dustin. I can't wait. So you're watching the live broadcast of the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series live from Iowa Speedway. We'll be right back after these messages.
Started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
I was just fooling about.
I wasn't.
And we're back live here at Iowa Speedway, and we're babysitting a cat here up in the booth, and it just jumped over and tipped over our drinks and our microphones up here in the booth. So bad kitty, bad. You stay over there. So Dustin and I are having fun up here, so we're back live. And Christopher Mattis, where did he come from? He's the leader now, and LZ Daly running in second. Dustin, we got some new players up at the front.
Yeah, I think they took advantage of that last pit stop. A few of them stayed out, and it shows right here. But, you know, that's the doldrums of a pit. I mean, you can see that Daly has some rear end damage, so not able to get in and get that fixed. We'll see how that plays out.
And we're going to see exactly how that plays out here as they're doubled up side by side. About ready to go back. Green Flag Racing, lap number 61, going to be 62 in the books here in just a moment. Your top five look like this. Christopher Mattis, LZ Daly, Dode Haskins, Damon Gilbert, Matthew Quick. Smithley's running in 6th, Coker in 7th, Clampett in 8th, Clifton in 9th, and Jeff Martin in 10th. So let's see how this all works out here as the pace car going to make that hard left-hand turn and come down pit road. Christopher Mattis, the new leader. Here we go. Green flag is out right now. We're back underway. Mattis and Daly. And now here goes Quick down to the inside. Around. Oh, and the 345 trying to block. And they're 3 wide now into turn number 1. And Daly and the number 30 is going to be the new leader. And here comes Gilbert. He's pushing up on the outside with Smithley. Makes contact. Oh, and they turn around. And in the wall goes Gilbert. In the 27. Those leaders up front blocking heavily, and a couple drivers getting involved right there. Caution, lap number 62.
Looked like Smithley got into the wall. I think it was Smithley that got in the wall there.
I didn't see Smithley get into the wall. I saw the 68 and the 27, and the 27 still wrecking now. Christopher Mattis trying to get back down on pit road, and he's got some heavy damage. We're going to look at the replay right here. It looks like that Mattis went up, and we're watching it again. Yeah. Oh, no. Looks like Gilbert maybe came down into Mattis and kind of got everyone sideways and up. Smithley barely missed that. Clampett barely missed that. We're going to show you a couple different views here on the replay.
Yeah, definitely some heavy wall contact.
So while this gets worked out, we're going to go ahead and grab a driver interview here. Let's see who we're going to talk to. Make sure no one's on pit road. What do we got here? I don't see LZ Daly on here. So we're gonna talk to them, but no. Let's grab Garrett Smithley. Haven't talked to him all day tonight. Let's grab him and bring him down here and have a little chat. Garrett Smithley, DJ Line in the broadcast booth. I know you dread talking to me because every time you talk to me, something bad happens. So we're going to let you talk to Dustin Caldwell tonight and get a little interview with him going on. So I'm going to hand you over to him. Dustin, Garrett Smithley, the great Garrett Smithley.
Oh, Gary, you're currently, looks like, sitting in third. How do you feel the track's handling for you tonight?
Well, alluding to what DJ's comment was, I think I used up all my luck on that last wreck. I cannot believe I got through that. I need a change of pants. I need a change of computer chair after that. But no, the track's good. This is definitely not one of my best tracks. I qualified 13th, really blew it. I can't believe I'm up to third. Like, if the race ended now, I would just absolutely be ecstatic.
Well, it looks like about 19 laps to go. Think you're going to be able to hold on? I mean, you got Logan Clampett up there, LZ Daly putting on a show. Anybody you want to watch out for or we should keep an eye on?
Yeah, I don't think, if I'm speaking honestly, I don't think I have anything for Clampett. I know Clifton's fast. I know Coker's pretty fast. Really, if I come out of here and salvage a top 5, I'm going to be just, the happiest guy in the world. It's going to be like a win for me. But I'm going to, give her all she's got. This Segpan Lighten Chevrolet Silverado's really fast tonight, a lot faster than I thought. So we're going to see what we got. And shout out to Mom, Dad, and Curtis watching back home.
And DJ's pulling for you, aren't you, DJ?
Well, we always got to pull for Garrett. It's always fun to see him, and like we said, everyone always asks, "Is this a Garrett Smithley show?" Well, yes, it is, because he's exciting, and so is everyone else. So we got to give everyone else credit. But Garrett, we got your truck on Trading Paints tonight. Everything looks good. That movie SegPay and Lighten Hero Box. I mean, how many sponsors can you fit on that truck, buddy?
I'm hopeful we got some more. We have a big announcement coming tomorrow. Working with another company, so I'm really excited about that. Hopefully that, like you said before, we're trying to race Pocono, so if anybody knows any sponsors for the Pocono truck race, we're working on some stuff for Michigan, working on some stuff around down the road. So, and before we get out of here, I know I'm kind of talking everybody's ear off, but in case I don't end up top 3 and get a post-race interview, I want to give a shout-out to Michael D'Amico. I know he works so hard on these broadcasts and putting on this show, and Dan's top-notch heating and cooling. Thanks to all the guys that put this on, and I'm having a blast running for points out here, and hopefully I can bring home the championship.
Well, Garrett, we always appreciate you running here, and all the people you bring in, and all the fans you bring in to watch you on the All Pro Broadcasting Network. And we know what you're doing. You want All Pro racing on that truck at Michigan, don't you? He's not even responding.
If I win the championship, how's that sound?
Okay, all right. Well, we got one to go, so we're going to move Garrett back up. Garrett, always good talking with you as the pace lights are off, and we're going to be back underway here shortly. Garrett Smithley, always fun to talk to, won the All-Pro Racing. And by the way, if you want to check us out, all-pro-racing.com. Get involved with us over here and run. Yeah, there's some caution flags tonight, but everyone here is still kind of new and getting used to each other, but you know what? This is a family atmosphere over here. Everyone's friends. Everyone has good times. Has their little bit of rivalries every now and then, but you know what? Every race we do is broadcasted live on here, and we have a good time doing it. And Dustin will be here tomorrow night. He does the late models, the super late models on the All-Pro Broadcasting Network tomorrow night, but here, the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series as the pace car is in, and we're going to get back underway. Green flags out. Daly, Clampitt, Smithley, your top 3 as we hit turn number 1.
And watch Logan Clampitt for that high groove. It looks like it's working for him.
Oh, the yellow flag flies. Oh, got a big wreck. And the big one. Wow. The big one happening here in turn number 1, Joshua Gaiman involved, Danny Rudy involved. We're going to pull up a replay for you here. So all that pit strategy, that fuel window that we were talking about, it's all out the window now.
Yeah, I think Jeff T. Martin slowed up a bit right there behind Good Hoskins, and it caused the chain reaction. And fortunately, I think Joshua Gaiman was the victim of that one.
Absolutely. So that really doesn't change anything in your top 3. Clampitt's going to be the leader now, so it's going to be Clampitt, Daly, Smithley, Quick, and Handley, your top 5. Look, Matt Coker has taken his truck behind the wall. He is being officially listed as a DNF here tonight, so tough break for him. And we're getting down towards the end of the race, and remember last week at Bristol, we were coming up on that time limit. We were talking about the ever-important time limit that we had, 1 hour and 15 minutes, or I believe it was 100 laps last week. Well, we got 1 hour and 5 minutes here tonight, or 85 laps. We're on lap 70, and we're approaching the 58-minute mark. Dustin, this could possibly end under the time. I mean, that's like the rain coming. So these drivers need to know that they might not get 15 more laps. They might only have, right now they have 7 minutes. This race will only go 7 more minutes. So we're under caution now. They could be racing for the rain, basically.
And I'm listening into some of the chatter on race control, and I think they're going to just try to tell everybody to take it easy. If see how many more laps we get once we go back to green. I think we'll see a green lap here. But race control is definitely trying to get the guys calmed down on this next restart that we're going to see.
Well, like you said, as they should, race control doing their best to get everyone calmed down. But everyone also knows that the time limit's coming. The time limit's coming, baby. You got to go. I think we're going to see 4 or 5 wide on this restart.
Yeah, and approaching that time limit's going to be interesting to see. Daly and Clampitt. It's going to be some good race action there. So as we approach that time limit, I'm just going. My nerves. I'm getting some goosebumps over here to see how this is going to happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. Garrett Smithley's on the radio talking to his crew right now saying, come on, time limit, please come. Come on, time limit. Like you said, you'd be ecstatic for the third place right now. So let's see what else we got going on out there as well. Who can we interview now? Who's running up near the front? Where's Matthew Quick? We got Matthew. Bring down Matthew, Mr. Matthew Quick. Let's talk to him. Matthew Quick, DJ lineup in the broadcast booth. Always a pleasure to talk to you, sir. Running in fourth right now. The time limit is fast approaching. We got 13 more laps to go, and we only have 5 minutes of racing time left. Are you running for the rain, basically, right now?
It's nut up or shut up right now, man. 5 minutes ago, heck yeah, I'm going for it. I mean, pit strategy has been good to me. We'll see what happens.
Now, tell us about your truck. Everyone's been wondering on the broadcast, in Peeptropolis out there, everyone watching, what was the idea behind your truck paint?
I just wanted to make something funny and original. I hated how people would steal Dale Jr.'s and Jeff Burns paint schemes all the time. I wanted to make my own. I wanted to make it annoying, something to stare at. I don't know. I find it hilarious.
Oh, it is hilarious because you got Angry Cat on there, but then you got Angry Cat with the Nyan Cat with the Pop-Tart, and it's amazing. I mean, for us to carry on a 5-minute conversation about your truck, that it's doing its job. But we want to just let you know we're pulling for you up here, buddy. Fourth place. It's time to go, man. We got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes and 13 laps. I don't think we're going to make it, so let's see some 4 or 5 wide action.
I'm going for it, bud.
All right. Matthew Quick, everybody, the number 89 truck. We're going to let him get back up there as we're going to get back underway here. Logan Clampett is going to elect to take the outside lane. Pace lights are off. We're not going to make it to the finish. We are racing for the time. Maybe, if we get one more yellow, it's going to be for the time limit because we have less than 4 minutes to go before this race is over, and we have 13 laps coming to 12 laps to go. Oh boy, like Matt Quick said, it's nut up or shut up time. Here we go. Turns 3 and 4. Everyone's excited. Smithley's back there. Dode Hoskins in the 345. Who is this guy? Where did he come from? What are you doing in my series, man? But he is up there running in the 5th spot, and the pace car is off. Clampett, Quick, Daly. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're underway, racing for the time. Here we go into turn number 1.
And you've seen Clampett just take that commanding move down in that lower groove in the first turn and securing the lead. So we'll see if my boy can hold on.
Whoa! Quick got into the outside wall. Daly pushed up into him, put him into the outside wall, and now the 66 pushes up into Daly. Max Handley, so Quick is out of this race. Yellow flag is out right now. And it looks like, was it the 15 truck involved in that? Who was involved in that?
Yeah.
51. Oh, yeah. It was the 15. Potts and the 51. It looks like the 51 shot up into the 15, and he went into the outside wall and then flies down into pit road. So the yellow flag is out. I don't know if we're going to make it back to green.
Yeah, I don't think it. I think what we see here now is going to be our final race standings.
We will see. You're going to get the IRTVO replay shown up for you right there and give you a rundown of exactly where everyone's running, because this could be the final running order of the night if we cannot get back to green before that time limit hits. Logan Clampett being scored in first. Garrett Smithley being scored in second. Max Handley in third. Jeff Martin in fourth. LZ Daly in fifth. Mitchell Reeves in 6th, Austin Jones in 7th, Dode Hoskins in 8th, Chris Pence in 9th, and Nick Reynolds in 10th. That could possibly change. Some drivers were checking up and going all over the place there, so let's see when they come across this time by if that does change at all. Nope, it's going to be just like that. So that's how it's going to be. And we're approaching 1 minute, or 1 hour, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The race has only an allotted time authorized of 1 minute and 30 seconds left. It takes about 51 seconds to do a caution flag lap here. I don't think we're going to get back to green. Let's see.
Yeah, and if it does end on this, I mean, any driver will tell you a win's a win, but I think any of these guys out there want to win on a competitive manner and not necessarily have it called due to rain or time. What do you think, DJ?
Well, that's the nature of the beast, man. I mean, that's what you've got. Everyone knows that we have a time limit here of 1 hour and 5 minutes, and I mean, we're working on 10 cautions right now. This allotted time that the race officials put up for us should be well into the amount of time that we need. 10 cautions is just way too much, but again, a bunch of new drivers, they don't know each other here, they're running, they come back every week, they get better and better every week. It's not going to be a big deal going down the road, I do not think. And, we talked to Garrett Smithley, who's in second. He said he'd be ecstatic for third. He's running in second. Your pick, Logan Clampett, is running in first. My pick, Damon Gilbert, got involved in a wreck early. I'm just going to stop picking people, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's being shown in second second on the track, but he's currently 1 lap down. So tough break for him, but your guy looks like he's going to win it, as there is the allotted time right there. Honestly, I've never ran a race that went past the allotted time, so I don't know exactly what happens. I don't know if we're going to get to go green and then it'll do 1 lap of green and throw the checkered, or what it does. But we are past the time limit right now, so I don't. Do you know what it does, Dustin? Because I'm at a loss.
I was listening on the race control, and I think they are going to get one more restart. So I don't know how many laps they're going to see. Maybe just a green-white, possibly for time.
Now, does the sim throw the green, or are the officials doing it?
From what I sound like the officials are going to allow this to go since it's so close. I mean, we're only 5 laps from the end, so I think it's a judgment call at that point.
Well, it should be interesting nonetheless.
And just listening in here, I know Mitchell Reeves running this. He's talking to the drivers now. I think they are going to see a green, and possibly, we might see a few laps here.
We're going to find out what it is. We're listening in to race control, see exactly what's going on.
Look out on the stands, DJ. I mean, these people are sticking in for this. They know that the time allotment was coming, but you could just look at all that crowd out there. Isn't that amazing?
I mean, the crowd's always amazing here. This is the All-Pro Racing Dan's Heating Cooling Top-Notch Truck Series. Some of the best truck races in the world. Had a couple cautions here tonight. It doesn't really matter. We're having a good time. That's all that matters, having a good time. And racing, thankful for all the troops out there fighting for us so we can do what we love to do, and that's let's have a little bit of fun. So we don't know what's happening. I don't know if the game's going to call the yellow or throw the checkered after 1 lap, but we're going to get a restart here. We're well over the allotted time, so this is all new to us, but it looks like that for the final time tonight, that Clampett and Smithley are going to go side by side, battle for the lead here, and see what happens.
44 and 43 are 1 and 2.
Okay, so they are going green. Race controls sending them green this time. Here we go. Pace car making the left-hand turn. Here comes Clampett. Smithley, your top 2 for the final time tonight. Green flag flies. We're underway. Smithley with a great start. He's going to have the lead heading into turn number 1. Will Clampett be able to pull back on the outside? Smithley knows if he can stay in the lead, he can win this race. Does he have enough time? Is there going to be a caution that flies? Clampett loose on the outside. They go side by side into turn number 3.
Wow, look at him take that inside corner.
Wow, look at him go. And he pushes up the track, the slide with Carl Edwards up to the outside. Clampett down the inside. Wow. Smithley, he's trying to side draft. He's going to throw it in there hard again. Here comes the 66. 3 wide into turn number 3. And they almost make contact. Where did the 66 come from? And the 66 slides up, gets Smithley, and the yellow flag is out. This is the end of the race.
Wow. Logan Clampett with the moves.
Logan Clampett with the moves, and also Nick Reynolds in the 54 went around, and also the 66 involved in that as well. Looking to see exactly what happened there. It looks like that we're going to show you on the replay. The 66 got under Clampett. Clampett came down, barely touched him. He got a little bit loose and overcorrected it up into Smithley, up into the outside wall. Garrett with a little bit of damage, but he's able not to spin and come back around. And Garrett went from running in second and I believe, yeah, he's still going to get a top 5. So Smithley going to be able to salvage out a top 5 tonight, but Logan Clampitt is going to be your winner. Jeff T. Martin in second, Max Hanley in third, Mitchell Reeves in fourth, Garrett Smithley in fifth, LZ Davis in sixth, Chrissy Pence in seventh, Dode Hoskins in eighth, Austin Jones in ninth, Matt Clifton, after some early trouble, he's going to come home in the 10th spot here tonight. So I tell you what, that last restart was exciting. Wow.
You could just see the two in the front definitely wanted to win that race, and Smithley and Clampitt were showing you there how bad they want to take the victory here tonight at Iowa.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yellow flag comes out. 11 cautions here tonight. This is the final one, and all Logan Clampitt has to do is make it around 1.5 more times, and he is going to be the winner tonight. So overall, Dustin, what did you think about tonight?
You know, I wasn't disappointed. Short track racing, you're going to see a lot of cautions, and I think definitely these guys here tonight showed what short track racing's about. Your decent drivers, the guys you expect that are going to be there, but you definitely have some names like Daly showing up out of nowhere and getting up into the top 5 and leading some laps for a while. So I think overall, it's been an excellent race. Dan's Top Notch Truck Series puts on an excellent show every weekend, so that's why you got to tune in and watch us. Definitely won't be disappointed.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and it's like Logan Clampitt tonight officially being crowned your winner. The 44 of Logan Clampitt. We were one lap ahead of ourselves here. So, race is over. Got a little 5-minute cool down here. We're going to get a chance to talk to Logan, talk to all of the top 3 drivers if we can find them. Logan Clampitt wins here tonight. Max Hanley in second. Jeff T. Martin in third. We're going to have all 3 of those drivers pull around to the front stretch and do a little smoke show for the fans as Logan Clampitt wins again here on the All Pro Broadcasting Network, the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series, and a little slide through the grass. Well, he didn't even make the grass. Logan Clampitt in that Amp Energy number 44. So the post-race show now underway, and it's like Dustin Codwell has made his way down onto pit road and has, carefully made it up to the 44 truck as Logan Clampitt trying to do donuts while Dustin is trying to get out there for an interview. And now Logan does come to a stop to get that checkered flag and the interview. So Dustin, you're down there okay? You got on the All Pro Broadcasting Network scooter and hopped your way down there. So let's hear from Logan.
Yeah, Logan, I pulled for you tonight. You were my pick for tonight. I'm glad you were able to make it to the win. Some pivotal cautions got you up in front where you needed to be, but you definitely showed why you deserve this victory here tonight. Tell us a little bit more how you feel and how the race panned out for you.
It was a pretty good race. Really, really good battling, but the cautions were a little bit overboard. Again, timer ran out, just one lap, but I liked the race. It was fun. Not like one of the greatest tracks, but I got it.
And running that new paint scheme, Amp Energy, you know, it's not your typical, I believe it was Mountain Dew is your typical sponsor. Do you feel like the truck handled a little bit differently? What was the sponsor change that was that helped you? A little bit on that.
I'm not sure if it was or not, but if it did, then I'm keeping this.
Yeah, that's definitely that Amp Energy car panning out tonight. Back to you in the booth, DJ.
Well, I'm not actually in the booth. I've made my way down here to the third place truck of Jeff T. Martin. Looks like Max Hanley took it back to the shop quickly here. We weren't able to catch up with him, but Jeff came out of nowhere tonight, qualified in the 10th spot, practiced about mid-pack, ended up finishing third tonight. A lot of cautions in this race. How did you manage to stay out of trouble and get up there on the podium?
I really just did the best I could as far as just trying to stay at the outside wall. Too many people were diving way down, and that was causing a lot of cautions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of these drivers are, some of these drivers new to the series, and a lot of drivers maybe not knowing how other people race. What do you think is the cause of the cautions that we've had the last 2 weeks here?
People overdriving, going into the turns and not paying attention, thinking they can just barrel it down in there, and it don't work.
Well, that's an easy way to fix it. I mean, maybe put in a spin rule or something. I don't know. That's not for us to decide. We just call the race and we try to keep this as exciting as we can. Jeff finishing third here tonight. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to? Any sponsors on the truck?
Just All Pro Racing and Southeast Motorsports, a group of us, Southeast, and like I said, All Pro, and then you guys for broadcasting and stuff like that. Y'all do a good job.
Well, we appreciate it, Jeff. Congratulations again on your third place finish, and I'll see you back here next week in the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series. We take to there 9 p.m. on Monday night. Again, congratulations, Jeff, on your top 3 finish.
Thank you.
All right, it's Jeff Martin in the third place tonight. So, couldn't get an interview with Max Hanley. Let's bring in Garrett Smithley again just to get a final word with him. Garrett, you were running in second. There was a little bit of contact. There was the time limit was coming up. You were going for the lead. You pulled a Carl Edwards into turn 3. That almost worked. That was an exciting finish. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I stand corrected. I thought I was going to be ecstatic for a top 5 finish, and I ended up being disappointed with a 4th place finish after that deal. So it was exciting. Me and Clampett had a great race. We were on team speed together, kind of teammates kind of deal, going back and forth. So had an awesome race. Up to second, I was really happy to finish second. I told him I was going to do something crazy there and kind of bonsai'd in there, but I kind of got to voice my displeasure with the 66. I'm really not happy with him. It's his right to go in there and race, but when you do something like that and just bonsai in there and take out somebody running for points, take out the points leader like that, that could have been a lot worse. I could have had a wrecked truck and ended up finishing like 15th or something like that. So I'm just happy that I was a good enough driver to hang on to it, but disappointed with the 66 there. But all in all, happy for the Segpay Chevrolet to be up there in 4th, and we still got the points lead going into 2 of my better tracks. Auto Club's one of my best tracks, and Homestead's a pretty good track. So hopefully we'll have some good runs there.
Absolutely. Well, Garrett, like I always say, it's always a pleasure talking to you. See you next week. Hope to see you in Victory Lane. You're very consistent. We're going to call you the Dale Jr. of the Top Notch Truck Series race. Always finishing top 5, top 10. Want to see you in Victory Lane here before the season's out. Hopefully you can do it at Auto Club.
Well, Auto Club's my best chance at it, so I'm going to give her all she's got there, and definitely stay tuned next week, because if I'm not winning that race, it's going to be tune in. It's going to be fun.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right there. Tune in. It's going to be fun. Garrett Smithley finishing 4th here tonight after battling for the lead and getting involved in a little accident with the number 66. We wanted to talk to Max in the 66, who finished 2nd. He was not available for comment. So we're going to kick it around the horn right here for some final comments of the night. Dustin Codwell, first time in the booth with me here tonight. It was a pleasure broadcasting with you. Give us your final thoughts on the race.
It was a pleasure broadcasting with you, DJ, and I'm always glad to be here. Iowa Speedway did not disappoint tonight. Logan Clampitt taking first, Max Hanley second. Surprisingly, seeing the 66 car take it. Unfortunately, Garrett Smithley finishing 4th, Jeff T. Martin in 3rd. But I got to say, I thought this overall was a good race. Cautions, I expected this many cautions. I know they mentioned it went overboard, but that's short track racing. That's the excitement of short track racing. Get to see some good position changes that ended up in Logan Clampitt's favor here tonight, but that's why we tune in and why we watch for this excitement here on the Dan's Top Notch Truck Series.
Absolutely, and I echo everything you just said right there. I'm going to put Michael D'Amico on the spot. A lot of people don't know who Michael is. That they watch the broadcast. Michael doesn't get a chance to race because he pushes the buttons, makes it happen. He's the head guy here at the All-Pro Racing League and the All-Pro Broadcasting Network. Doesn't even talk much because he's too busy pushing buttons and doing cameras. So I'm going to put him on the spot and have him talk. Michael, tell us a little bit about All-Pro Racing, how long it's been around, the series that you guys have, and anything else you'd like to shout out here tonight. Oh, well, I didn't get the memo. Michael, it will echo, can't do it, but I'll tell you. See, I just totally ruined the whole thing, Dustin. You should have warned me. Can't talk to Michael live because it'll echo, but we'll get a little one-on-one with Michael here. So let's tell you what we run. Every other Sunday night, we run the bi-weekly 50-50 series. The Gen 6 Cup cars, 50% fuel, 50 laps. Let's have a good time. Cup cars, that'll be happening next week. Well, actually, next week is the All-Star race, and then after that, we'll kick that off again. And then every Monday night is the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top-Notch Truck Series here, 30% fuel, and hey, we have a good time here as well. And Dustin, you announce the late model series every Tuesday, right?
Yeah, and I was talking with Matt Clifton today, who sponsors and does a little bit with that series. I think we're going to be taking tomorrow off and maybe come back with another edition. Instead of late models, I'm getting to hear some super speedway action. Don't exactly know what model they're racing. I think Matt's still working that out. So I think it's going to be something you're going to have to stay tuned and wait for, but it won't disappoint here, like you see on the All Pro Network.
Yeah, I mean, a super speedway series, everyone can get down for that. Everyone loves drafting at Daytona, Talladega, so it should be fun. So stay tuned for that. Check it out at all-pro-racing.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was fun. It really was. I'm DJ Lyon, and for Dustin Conwell and Michael D'Amico, reminding you to tune in next Sunday night for the All-Star race here on the All-Pro Broadcasting Network. And also going to remind you to keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down, and always, always, always keep that hammer down. We'll see you here next Sunday night on the All-Pro Broadcasting Network.
Started a game we never got to finish. Play for blood, remember?
I was just fooling about.
I wasn't.